Before smartphones, getting across a major city relied on a highly unpredictable system. You stood on a corner and hoped an empty cab drove by. If you lived outside a bustling downtown center, options were scarce. Hailing a car required physically competing with everyone else on the block, or calling a dispatcher and waiting indefinitely, with no way to track when or if your ride would arrive. By the late 2000s, our digital lives were becoming instantly accessible. We could send data globally and map locations in milliseconds, yet moving our physical bodies through a city remained an analog process. That gap between digital speed and physical delay created a lucrative vacuum. The infrastructure of transportation was ready for a solution that could bridge the divide. In 2008, entrepreneurs Travis Kalanick and Garrett Camp experienced that exact bottleneck. After attending a tech conference, they found themselves stranded on a freezing winter night in Paris, unable to find a cab. Standing on that corner, they realized that changing transportation required removing the friction from the transaction, rather than inventing a new type of vehicle. They launched the first iteration of Uber in San Francisco, a city known for difficult terrain and unreliable taxi service. The app used the newly integrated GPS in smartphones to locate both the passenger and the closest available car in real time. The interface focused on simplicity. A user opened a map, confirmed their location, and tapped a single button to request a black car. Payment was handled automatically, removing cash and tipping from the interaction. This ease of use triggered a network effect. As drivers joined, pickup times dropped. Faster pickups attracted more riders, increasing earnings for drivers. This created a self-reinforcing loop. The algorithm balanced supply and demand, driving rapid adoption across the city. Uber turned the physical movement of cars into a mathematical problem, solved instantly in the cloud. With a proven product, the company shifted from local dominance to a high-speed international expansion strategy. Because the core product was software, the model was replicable anywhere with a cellular network. Within a few short years, operations launched in hundreds of cities worldwide. Scaling at this velocity transformed Uber into a global invasion force that rewrote municipal infrastructure overnight, a move that eventually collided with entrenched real-world reality. Rewriting the rules of urban mobility generated immediate and fierce resistance. The company faced retaliation from legacy taxi unions, local regulatory bans, and global protests. Governments struggled to classify a workforce that existed outside traditional employment models. This aggressive culture created internal instability. High-profile controversies and boardroom battles damaged the company's public image. Surviving these crises required a change in leadership. The company matured into a stabilized corporate institution, replacing its founding team with professional management. Out of that period of stability came a realization. The digital logistics network built for moving people was equally capable of moving goods. They applied their routing algorithms to food, launching Uber Eats. They activated a global delivery network by utilizing the drivers already active on the platform. Expansion continued into industrial logistics with Uber Freight, connecting shipping carriers directly with cargo loads using the same supply and demand software. This stacked area chart shows the company's revenue growth. The additions of the Eats and Freight divisions compounded the earnings from standard rides, turning the app into a foundational logistics layer for the modern economy. As the network continues to seek out and eliminate inefficiencies, the next objective is clear. To reduce costs, the company is investing in artificial intelligence and autonomous vehicles, aiming to remove the ultimate point of operational friction, the human driver. Uber modernized the experience of transportation by stripping away every analog step of the transaction until it became effortless. The massive business empires of tomorrow succeed by solving an everyday problem so completely that the rest of the world has no choice but to adapt.